So I'm recording. I want to thank you guys all for coming. It is Wednesday, November 30th, around 8:30. And tonight I'm going to be talking to you about winter bookings for the holidays and ahead. Did I say behead? The holidays and ahead. Raise your hand if this is your first winter with a Pampered Chef. Chris and Carol. Okay, Becky and Belinda and Pamela, I can't see you. Well, this is my 17th winter with the Pampered Chef. So we've all kind of learned how to, thank you. We've all kind of learned how to deal with New England weather. And winter in New England doesn't mean that it's bad for business. You just have to be creative with how to book shows around the holidays, after the holidays, and deal with snow and bad weather. Like this morning, Becky was telling us it was icy out in 45 minutes from nowhere. So first, do you guys have enough shows? No, I think most of us have a few dates on our calendar that we would like to book. Your idea of enough may not be the same as anyone else's. You know how many you'd like to have per month. What I want you to do when you get off the phone, not now, but when you get off the Zoom meeting, is circle all the dates in your calendar between now and the end of January that you want to be doing live shows. This will now be your show schedule. So it's a good idea to know when you want to book shows. So if you're out and about, or you're on Facebook, or you're at a meeting or a gathering somewhere and somebody's interested in having a party, it's good to know what dates you want to book, so you don't sit there and go, I'm pretty open. Like, when do you want to have a party? No. You want to be like the doctor or the dentist and say, I have an opening on Wednesday evening at 6:30 or Friday evening at 6:30. Which one of those dates would work best for you? So narrow it down like that. Next, after you have your dates circled in your calendar, you want to make a list of the people that you know who. And you can write down these categories as I'm talking about them, because they may be a little bit different than the categories you heard when you first started Pampered Chef. It would be nice if Pampered Chef sent us white pages and said, okay, your contacts are from A to F, and they're waiting for you to call them. But it doesn't happen that way with a direct selling business. We start with people that we're affiliated with, either through business or friends or kids or whatever. So the list of people that you might know, start with, who do you know that likes to cook? What do we sell? Are we selling makeup? No, we're selling really good quality cooking products. So obviously you want to start with who likes to cook, either themselves or their spouses. How many of you do a Pampered Chef party and the women come for the wine and they say, oh, I've got to bring the catalog home. It's my husband who likes to cook. I would say about 25% of my attendees bring the catalog home because it's their husband who likes to cook. So make a list of everybody that you know who likes to cook, or their spouse likes to cook, because with the ladies who like to cook, you want to encourage them to have what we call a no-buy show. I know this sounds preposterous to you, because this is how we make our income, is through our sales. But in the month of December, to kind of get a little bit of a unique spin on things, we can encourage them to have a no-buy show. Market it that they'll get together with their friends and you, they'll laugh, they'll look at the products, they'll drink some wine or some eggnog, and you're going to supply them with wish lists at the party. Okay? They don't have to buy a thing unless they want to, because they just can't wait. But you will have them be filling out these wish lists, and you will be contacting their significant other with their wish list. Make sure you tell them that they really should tell their significant other you're going to be calling. Otherwise, they'll say, who? What? My wife did what? So let them have their husbands know that you're going to be getting in touch with them. So all he has to do is give you his budget. And you tell him you're his personal shopper and that he can pick out things for his wives on their wish list, and you're going to place the order. You have them delivered to his place of work so his wife doesn't know that they're ordered. Or better yet, tell him if it's over $100, you will have it delivered to your house. You'll wrap and deliver it to him. I don't know about you, but my husband does not like to shop. He does not like to go to the mall. He does not like to go to the store. So they'll be so happy that they're getting their wives something that they like without having to go to the mall. And the best thing, you can raffle off the host benefits to all the people who participate. So does this make sense to you? So for instance, Carol, you're my friend, and I say to you, hey, Carol, you want to get your girlfriends together just to kind of have a quick holiday no-buy show? And Carol's going to say, what? What's a no-buy show? And you're going to explain that they can invite, Carol's going to invite all her girlfriends. Everybody's going to have a wish list. You're going to be showing them products. We're going to make something quick to eat. They're going to be writing everything on their wish list that they want their, gift purchaser to get for them. They hand or I'll say, Carol, you'll hand the wish list back to me, and you'll indicate who you'd like me to contact with your wish list. You don't have to buy a thing. Your mother or your sister or your husband or even your kids who are looking for stuff to get for you, they're going to be so happy when I give them a call and say, hey, listen, I've got the perfect thing for Carol. Here's the things that she picked out. You don't have to go shopping for her. I'll take care of everything. What do you think, Carol? Does that sound like kind of a fun party? You know you're going to get everything that you want under the tree, and your significant other will be very happy that he or she does not have to go out and do that for you. So then I would tell Carol that everybody who comes to this party, say you have 10 girlfriends come to the party, every single one of them who participate and give me a wish list, they're going to get their name in the drawing for all the host benefits. So the husbands are going to be ordering $500, $600, $700 worth of products, and one of the lucky guests at your show are going to get the host benefits on top of that. Sound like a good show, doesn't it? They don't have to buy. Okay, so that's a bunch of people that you can contact. Also, who do you know that runs a daycare? Whether it's a huge big one or just someone out of their home. I have women who own their daycare centers who love our products because they're always doing something with the kids with cooking. They're making cookies, or they're in the fall using our apple peeler core slicer to make applesauce with. And they're usually doing something around the holidays. So you can offer to pre-bake some cookies at your house or bring them, and bake them there. You can bring the cookies to the daycare. And so while you show them how to decorate with our products, the kids can have a great time with sprinkles and the chocolate drizzler and, the easy accent decorator and everything. The daycare can send the cookies home with the kids along with a catalog. And you can set up an online party and post about what the kids use. You can set up a Facebook party and say, okay, Little Angels Daycare, this is what we did at the daycare today. This is what your kids used for products. Little Abigail was loving that chocolate drizzler, and the parents can place orders for what their kids fell in love with. And the teachers at the daycare can bring catalogs around and invite people to do the online ordering as well. The kids will have fun getting their hands on all of the stuff, and their parents will be glad that they kind of showed a little bit of interest in cooking. So who do you know that has a daycare center? They can then use it as a fundraiser. All of the orders that are placed on this daycare center party, Pampered Chef can send the daycare a check for a percentage of the proceeds, and it goes to the daycare center. So you can do it as a fundraiser. I know when I first started out in business and I didn't have a lot of contacts, I called lots of daycare centers and asked to speak to the person who handled their fundraisers. And then I would go in with catalogs and they'd say, oh, I spoke to Marie and she said that your daycare center might be interested in having a Pampered Chef fundraiser. I think I got maybe 1 or 2 fundraisers out of it, but even if they didn't book a fundraiser, usually the person I was speaking to on the phone was interested in a catalog or ordering themselves as well. So even if it's not your ultimate party getting a fundraiser, you're still getting your name out there to the people that work in the daycare center. Who do you know that works in a busy office? You want to put that down as a category. You can offer to do a lunchtime quick in and out within an hour of product demo. Everybody can bring their own lunch, sit around the table in the conference room, watch your quick demo, take a catalog back to work, and shop online. So these are quick in and out during the day. Nobody has to stay after work or clean their house for a party. So if you know somebody who works in a large office, you can talk to them about doing a quick lunchtime demo. Who likes to come to your house? I mean, we're all Pampered Chef consultants. We pretty much either know how to cook or know how to make it look pretty on some of our stuff. So if you know that people who like to come to your house, why not have a holiday open house of your own? You can call it a past host and customer VIP event if you have some past hosts and customers under your belt. It's very casual, no formal demo. You can have a few appetizers, an eggnog, and maybe a 10% discount for everybody who shows up. You can put out the January host special to get bookings for the next month as well. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about what if you don't have any past hosts and customers because you're brand new. And also, you don't have to stop having parties after the holiday cutoff. You guys know that the holiday cutoff is like December 16th, I think, for guaranteed Christmas delivery. So who do you know who has children? A lot of parents take the week after Christmas off because their kids have that week off from school and they're on vacation. They don't know what to do with them for a whole entire week. There's only so many movies at Chunky's that you can go to. Offer to get them all together that week for a Kids in the Kitchen show. We have some great products to showcase. So if you know people who are home with their kids during that week off after Christmas, offer to come in and do a Kids in the Kitchen show with them. You can have an after Christmas Yankee swap party. Have everyone bring the gift they received that they are most unlikely to ever use, and they can swap it. You do a quick demo of Pampered Chef products. The guests swap their I really don't like it Yankee swap gifts with everybody else. They may not buy a lot, but again, it will get you in front of them to promote bookings for January. Okay. Now, how are we going to get all of these shows booked? That gave you like 5 or 6 different categories of people that you can contact. If you're a consultant who has a couple of months or a couple of years of shows under your belt, you can start doing customer care calls. You can say, hi, Jane, it's Michelle from the Pampered Chef, except use your own name. I was just wondering how you like that bar pan that you got. Is it going to get a good workout for the holidays? Do you need any recipes to use your bar pan with? Then tell Jane that you thought of her because of one of the cool Kids in the Kitchen parties. I know you stay home with your kids after the holidays, so you're looking for something kind of fun for them to do. We have these new parties called Kids in the Kitchen. They're really not new, but there's new products. So you can say, hey, want to get the kids together after the holidays and do a Kids in the Kitchen party? So don't be afraid of calling your customers to find out how they like their products. I can guarantee you, no one will ever get off the phone and say, I can't believe that Pampered Chef consultant called me how to find out how I liked my products. If you got a refrigerator from Sears, would you mind if they called you, 3 or 4 weeks later to find out how you like your refrigerator? No, that's good customer service, and you'll probably buy another refrigerator from Sears or another appliance for Sears because they showed you that they were thinking of you. Okay, do you guys have any questions so far? I have a few more little ideas for you, then the last 10 minutes will be questions. So how do we get those parties? Either by calling Or everybody on Facebook? Yes? Yes, Facebook, Facebook, Facebook. Green light, that means go. And what that means is who is on Facebook when you're on that meets the criteria for the categories I just gave you. It's a perfect time to green light and say, hey, I was just thinking about a cool way of making sure you get what you want from Pampered Chef from your husband. Do you want to hear about it? And then tell them about the wish list party. Okay, always ask permission. Do you want to hear about it? They're going to think that's kind of a cool thing because they're not inviting their friends over to buy stuff. They're inviting their friends over to make a wish list. I've even done an all men's show during the holidays where my friends' husbands all gathered. It was just me and the guys, and I did a demo showing them the knives, the barbecue tools, and everything, which they love. And then I present them with their wife's wish list. So they sat there with their wallet and their checkbooks while I helped them fill out order forms for stuff that their wives told me that they wanted. But they usually buy it for themselves as well. And I kept all the host benefits on that one. So again, it's all about ease for the men. You can market Facebook parties, online parties. You'll notice that the home office is really talking more about the virtual parties, really talking more about the Facebook parties. People are loving them. All direct sales companies are doing them. I've been doing them and getting much better at, because I've been using Post My Party. Have you guys heard of that? It's a service that you can use. And I've had great success with my Facebook parties recently. I know a lot of times when I did multiple Facebook parties in a month, I go, oh my gosh, I got to go post on my Facebook party. Or, oh my gosh, where did I leave off with posting with them? Or, oh my gosh, did I post in so-and-so's Facebook party today? Well, this month I had a $1,000 Facebook party, and I also just closed an $800 Facebook party yesterday. So people love them because they might be too busy to post. So you can put something on your Facebook business page about, if you could get anything in the Pampered Chef catalog at 60% off this month, what would it be? Just post that question and see what your Facebook friends come up with. Because after a day or so, when people start posting their responses, you can private message them and say, wow, Sue, I see you wanted that knife block set at 60% off. How would you like to have a Facebook party where I do all the work, set up the event, post once or twice a day, and I can get you that knife block set for $180? She said that's her wish list item. Why wouldn't she want to do that? Especially when you market it like that, that you're going to be doing all the posts and stuff. All she has to do is invite her friends. Doesn't that sound easy? Chris, if someone said to you, would you like that knife block set for $180 and it's $465 in the catalog, and all you have to do is have a online Facebook party with me, wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you just said you wanted it. I can get it for you. So what you do is when you set up a Facebook event and you use Post My Party, or if you're only doing one show, you can post daily. Post My Party costs $10 a month. You can use it for 2 weeks for a trial run, which is what I did. But when you use Post My Party, your posts get posted automatically for the time frame that you set up. So all you do is have all those posts ready to go at a certain time and a certain day. I run my Facebook parties for 7 days. I post 2 or 3 times a day. I have it all ready to go. I link my my Post My Party with the event that I've set up on Facebook, and it just automatically does it. And all I have to do is check and answer comments every once in a while. I really love it. So now that you have some live shows on your calendar, what do you do about the weather in New England? You've got the live shows. So for the next couple of months, what you'll want to do is you want to have a snow date for every live date you book. I learned this very early on in my business. So say you have a party on a Wednesday. You'll want to keep Thursday, that next day, open as the snow date. So just in case the host has to reschedule because of the weather, It's best to do it the very next day. She's still excited. She's already cleaned. She's already bought all of the ingredients. Let her know ahead of time that you are keeping the next night open for a snow day. Because then if she has to call her guests to cancel, what she can say is, oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't know there was going to be a blizzard today, but guess what? We're having it tomorrow night instead. Generally, the snow around here doesn't last so long that you can't get out the next day. So it's all taken care of. If it's in a neighborhood where most of the guests can walk, and if you can get there, you can have what we call a walk-on-over party. If the guests can get there, but you can't, you can have them get in touch with you on Facebook while they're at their friend's house. So Carol has a party scheduled with me. I live 45 minutes away from Carol, but all of her neighbors were going to come anyway. I can't get there because of the roads, but Carol has all of her friends trudge over. You know, Carol already has the ingredients already because we were going to do a live demo. And hopefully some of her friends can bring some of their Pampered Chef products when they trudge all over to Carol's house for the snow party. But I'm on Facebook while everybody's over at Carol's party. And I'm here live answering questions, telling them how to make the recipe that I was going to make when I came, and they're all kind of making it together. And I'm on Facebook kind of guiding them, answering questions, you know, telling them what's on special and stuff. Excuse me. So that's a cool way that Carol and her friends can still get together for that party she planned. If I can't get there, I'm still here on Facebook. I once did a party, we knew the next day was going to be a blizzard. We knew the date she scheduled was going to be a blizzard. So it was the only day the host could schedule for a party, and her friends were all coming from the neighborhood. So I went over the day before the blizzard. I set up all my products and left her with catalogs and order forms. All her neighbors trudged through the snow because she promised them a party. They socialized, looked at the catalogs, left their orders with her. This was before Facebook. And the next day I went over and picked up all my products and the orders, and it was a $700 party. And I wasn't even there. Because we planned ahead of time, it turned out very successful for both me and for her. So once you have the shows on your calendar, you'll want to keep them by keeping in touch with your hosts through the busy holiday season. You don't want to book a party for end of December or January and then get caught up in all the holiday stuff and forget to keep in touch with her. Pampered Chef usually has host coaching through the holidays ideas on the website. There's a letter you can use which usually indicates a holiday recipe for your host. Remind them that they have a party coming up so it doesn't get away from either one of you. They'll be glad you kept in touch. And in January, we have double points for hosts who hit the 650 in sales. You want to promote once your December is booked. Promote January. Bring something to every holiday party in a Pampered Chef stone or a rock crock, and when someone asks about it, tell them that our generous host program is even more generous when they have some friends over for a post-holiday soup and slippers party in January, and they can get that rock crock for free. My last tip is to make sure that you are opted in to the monthly newsletter that the home office sends out. If you don't know how to get your contacts sent over to the monthly newsletter, call tech support. This is a very professional way of getting your name in front of all of your customers at least once a month. I've gotten bookings, I've gotten new members of my team, all because they got a very professionally designed newsletter from the home office with all of my information on it that gets sent directly to my website. Okay, so those are the ideas I have for winter gatherings, for winter shows, for how to get them, and for how to keep them. It's 8:55. We have 5 minutes. Do you guys have any questions whatsoever about everything I just told you? No? What's the first thing you're going to do? Take a cough drop? You're going to circle those dates on your calendar?
Right.
Right. And then you're going to make a list of some of the categories that I gave you. And then you're going to think about who you know on Facebook that kind of corresponds to those categories, green light them with some of the ideas that I gave you. Always ask permission. Hey, how are the kids? You know, yeah, it's going to be a week of vacation after Christmas. Do you get to stay home with them? Yes, no. Hey, I thought of a great idea. Pampered Chef has cooking with kids in the kitchen parties. How about I come over with some of my stuff? You know, after the holidays, we entertain the kids, we have fun, and you get some host benefits. How does that sound? Boom, boom, boom. It's all in the way that you word it. All right?
Sounds good.
All right. Keep in touch with your director. Let them know, you know, what worked for you. We would love to hear from you, you know, how successful this was. So thank you for joining us tonight. It's going to be recording, but you have enough to kind of get you started.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Night.